This is Smithy.tv.
Hello, folks. This is Kenny Robinson with
Clifton Joseph.
And we are breaking down the news from the bunkers of
Smithy TV.
We are very upset because there is a new gang in town that's going to take over the dope trade.
Yes, and it is a legal gang. Huh?
It is the most powerful gang. This gang, not only can they put you away for years and you are never seen again, they can confiscate all your belongings.
And put fear in your heart.
And they say you can't fight City Hall. And this gang is run by a vicious, comfortable shoe-wearing gang leader. I'm not going to let Clifton say anything, but I'm talking... I'm talking about that vicious gang led by the... You've heard of the Purple Gang, you've heard of the Outfit, but we're talking about the Liberal Gang.
You name it, provincial or federal? They're the same, aren't they?
I don't. Well, you gotta think they're taking their marching orders from Ottawa, because that is where the boss of all bosses calls the shots.
The big boss.
But the Ontario Liberal government, they are pushing for the soon to be legalized or decriminalized.
Well, legalized. I mean, the Prime Minister has.
It's going to be financialized.
That is the lies.
That is the lies that we voted for.
Yes.
We were all voting for the dope. We didn't know that we the biggest dopes because the Liberal government, they want to put the mayor of Hoogie.
Who?
Well, some people call it Mayor Hoogie. Mary Jane Ganja.
Yeah, I mean, she's trying to do Mama Duke.
I think he was more of a great name than that Scooby. But we can't get our Scooby snacks, so it's that they want to sell all of our edible snacks at the LCBO.
And our smokable ones too. Yeah. So
That's it.
Yeah,
so that would be the LCBWO.
You remember last year during the elections when the now Prime Minister Justin Trudeau promised that if elected, he would immediately, he said that word, immediately legalize marijuana.
As soon as we figured out how we were going to control it.
Now he's telling us that we should wait till next spring. In the meantime,
we still get busted.
Over 25,000 people have been busted for weed.
Well, you gotta think they're assholes.
Why?
When people get busted.
No,
how long you and me been doing what we do, what we don't ever do, right? We don't get busted, you know why?
But it's been confusing, Kenny. I mean, over the years, you've heard them say, you can smoke, you can have a gram on you.
No, you never. I take for granted you can't have nothing.
But they've put all kind of smoke signals out there.
Well, then you a fool if you read them and don't see the writing in the clouds.
I've been smoking too much, or I had too much THC in what I'm smoking.
Either that, or you just wasn't choking in a cloud of smoke, and you could see through the smoke screen.
Oh, that's why I don't like that hydroponic sometimes. Somebody. So remember, the head of OPSU, the union that represents the liquor LCBO.
Yes.
Warren Smokey Thomas.
Yes.
He jumped in the fray one time saying, we'll sell it. And here we have 6-8 months later, the Premier of Ontario, Catherine Wynne, saying that they've struck a committee now, a governmental committee, looking at how to implement it. She says that she thinks it should be sold, weed should be sold through the liquor store.
Once again, kissing the ass of these unions. See now, Rob Ford, if he had lived and been the premier, he'd have bust that union down. See, because when LCBO...
Because Doug wants to say...
Doug says, who in the government's a better expert than me? He said, y'all know to meet me near the bathroom in the park. We don't need the LCBO. Like, I don't like the concept of the LCBO. They already got a monopoly on liquor.
Yes, they do.
Okay, now, finally... in the 21st century, Ontario is going to allow some beer and wine in some liquor stores at a slightly jacked up, extorted price.
Up against the wall, motherfucker.
Up against the wall, you redneck mother. And what do you think they're going to do with the weed?
A similar thing. Plus, I mean, how late is the beer store open? Is the liquor store open?
Some of them till 10, bruh.
Okay. Now, weed is a 24-hour commodity, isn't it?
24 so far.
So if liquor stores close at 10,
that means
after 10 o'clock, where do you get your weed, Kenny?
Man, from your children. Because grown-ass adults, by the time on Friday night, you got paid, you had to go get groceries, try to keep a little bit for the weed in your pocket after you give the children their shoe money.
Damn, what time is it?
Oh shit, I got 10 minutes to 10. I'm gonna have to drive real fast if I'm gonna get there. And there'll be more tragic accidents and bike people gonna get killed.
So look,
Make a
I
left
think
turn.
the prime minister has been totally. He's the one that's messed this up. At the very least, if you're not going to legalize
Well,
right
did
away,
you think they were gonna, the day he became prime minister, it was going to be legal that day? No, because he wouldn't even have a chance to work it out. And who did he make his drugs czar?
the ex-police chief of Toronto, Bill Blair.
Wasn't he the one that got everybody kettled?
Yep.
So if he can get us kettled, how come he can't get us potted?
You were up late last night, Kenny. You were up late with that one there. I didn't even see that shit coming. You know what I mean? Damn.
You know?
So, okay, at least decriminalize the thing, right? And then, no, so he's created
But the
this
government still
space.
got to figure out how to get their piece, and their idea
That's
of getting
true.
their piece is by controlling it all. I say, like somebody said, well, why not sell it at Shoppers Drug Mart if it's
Well,
got
Shoppers
medi-
Drug Mart said they'd sell it too. Loblaw said we'll sell it. We're
You know,
supermarket.
but how do we get our money? We're the one best set up. We know it's good. No, how do you know it's good? Because you ain't never had it before. And if you're going to hire people with criminal backgrounds, because only technically they are the people that should know anything about planting quality.
Yeah, well, look,
Strengths.
the government has, the federal government has 18 growers, right? Most of them in Ontario, who right now
I hear that's the worst weed possible.
I've had some of that.
Is it all
well,
right?
No, I hear it's okay. It's smooth. It's workable. It's not a nuclear blast where you're gonna put on some James Bond somebody.
But that's what I want it for. I'm not trying to leave the
I mean,
house.
not James Bond, some Grover Washington, some cool jazz, some smooth jazz or something, right? So, but look,
Let me listen to Monk so I figure out what he's talking about.
they go over to so you know the process right now. You get your thing, your card,
Your
through
card.
your doctor, and you go through Health Canada, and they send it to you priority post. But now, in the interim, 100 pop-up pot shops have popped up in Toronto over the last couple of months, right?
All
Remember
been getting raided.
The police raided 43 of them a month ago, and they just last Thursday raided another 4, laid some more charges.
That's to stop the gun violence.
But you see, what it is, they
There's
can't
no
they
gun
can't
violence.
tax those guys.
No, so-
and they can't. They haven't found a way to regulate these guys.
So
yet.
they're shutting them down.
and
They are eliminating competition from the
They are
LCBO.
not going quietly into that weeded night of smoke.
No, they are
marijuana
signing
smoke.
petitions.
They're yet. Not only that, in fact, they were supposed to be in a meeting today, this morning at City Hall, which they deferred back to another.
Yeah,
to bring
because
back to
people
committee.
couldn't get up in time for the meeting this morning
No,
because
no.
they weed heads.
The weed supporters were there, but City Hall is in a quandary. They don't know what to do, so they just retabled it, and we'll bring it back in October 2nd or something.
They need to get a new group called Stone Lives Matter, and that way they can be there. And that's all you hear outside. That's all you hear outside of the park. Well, actually, they couldn't even do it at Queens Park because last week somebody poured some fake chemicals in the front to scare everybody off.
Oh, okay.
That was an Aboriginal complaint about the poisons being dropped in the water that nobody's responding to as well.
Mercury and reserves. Yeah, it's a problem now, Kenny, because what we see happening now is that a lot of people are getting criminalized, right? You know, sometimes with a weed conviction, you can't travel to the United States. You have a hard time traveling. You got a record.
They'll ask you if you ever smoked weed, and if you say yes, they won't let you cross the border.
So why are you criminalizing a whole generation of
Because it's
Canadians?
still illegal.
And the government, I agree with you, that the government is trying to devise a way of control. I must say, I would have to support them because here's a problem for them. How do you guarantee that the weed is pure?
We ain't never had a guaranteed on it. Or
Exactly.
worried about it. Since when
We
did
were
we
never worried then.
We heard that the U.S. government was dropping chemicals on weed back in the 70s.
Yeah, power crap.
And when was P-Funk at their best? With the chemical-induced weed.
Tear the roof off the mother weed.
That's right. See,
You don't need no water. Let the
so why are we gonna worry
motherfucker
about?
burn.
Why are we gonna worry about what's in the weed now? The other day you was gonna get a beef patty. You was raised on beef patties, ate at least, what, 5 beef patties a week your entire life?
I'm telling you,
since the invention of the beef patty, you have never not known a beef. And then you said, I didn't get a patty. I said, you need some money, cuz? You said, no. I read that they got something different in the beef patty. I said, well, it ain't kill you in these 50 years yet. Right? So stop reading.
You sound like my brother who says, y'all go up on the pork and you're disrespecting the pork now. If it wasn't for the pork, you wouldn't even be alive now. And you get up saying you're rasta this, rasta that, and the pork is unclean. If it wasn't for the pork, you wouldn't even be here.
That's right, because Daddy poked Mama, and there you was.
The porky. The
pork is always in.
So again, it's the one thing about taxes, how the government strategizes.
I don't mind the
taxes.
taxes. It's a monopoly that I don't like.
And how do you monopolize it? So you put all them cats who used to do the business out of business, and that's what they're doing with these pop-up shops. They're making sure that they unlevel the playing field.
Because they can collect their taxes for Loblaws or any of these people. Plus, another thing was, we gotta get out of this one soon. When you mentioned that your weed will be delivered by Canada Post, who in the fuck says Canada Post gonna be around in 3 years?
Well,
right?
FedEx, privatize.
Well, they're gonna privatize the delivery, but not the purchasing of it, huh? Right?
Yeah.
Right? See who's in bed?
Taxes and death, baby.
Government just trying to keep these unions afloat.
Why?
What's the LCBO union? Those unionized workers, and they're in bed with them. Okay, and also the post office, more union with them. See, all these politicians, all these liberals, all these comfortable shoe-wearing motherfuckers, all trying to keep them donations and votes going by keeping their unions under their thumbs.
Did you have some medication before you?
I'm gonna get some when I leave here, illegally.
You sound a bit paranoid, Kenny. Did you have a couple of joints?
Well, didn't we talk about how the government's trying to, in conjunction with all these organizations that are government crowns, that all have these unions that they've been trying to cut off and chop down?
I don't think it's the unions so much. I think it's that the government wants a way of controlling, and they can use the unions because...
I say you and me and everybody else, we got to vote conservative next time because they believe in free. They believe in the free enterprise system.
Management has no support for that outrageous statement just now.
That's right. Anyway,
I want weed to be available for everybody. I'm not a big biblical guy, but I understand somewhere in the Bible it says the burning weed, or the weed is there for the masses. Something like that.
You know what made me really not like Jack Layton?
Because you rode bicycles?
I didn't care about that. Well, I never had a chance to hit him. But I had a pilot that we did. I shot a pilot for a talk show, and of course never saw the light of day. But Jack Layton, we had an interview with Jack Layton, and he said, "Yes, I believe we should have marijuana so you can enjoy a joint when you're on a patio having a glass of wine." And that's when I said, "You spritzer drinking socialist, you're not the working class man." And I said, "And how are you going to say that when we're going to have all them homeless asking for change while I'm trying to have my glass of wine and my weed on the patio? The homeless that you're always crusading for."
So, Kenny, you talk like you don't enjoy a glass of wine now and then, or Jack Daniels back.
I can't drink Jack anymore.
Oh yeah. It's a bit rough, isn't it?
Well, now my body rejects it.
Okay.
But back then
you had too much.
But back then I wasn't worried about what was legal or not legal. I was only worried about what was available. And unfortunately, we no longer have any more time available for this segment.
Where did the time go?
Up in smokes. Time just went up in smoke. So anyway, Smitty TV is where we be.
All the time in the bunker right here, coming at you regularly.
Or semi-regularly, or irregularly.
Sometimes we do that too.
And sometimes we don't do that too.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you got something, roll it. And if you're going to go get something, you still don't have to be there before 9. And you know what? I knew people that used to deliver. Is the new government going to deliver?
I was just about to say, I am delivering. If you want to get some stuff, some real great stuff, call me at 554 549-9955.
Plus, he's worried about the environment. He brings his shit wrapped up in torn up brown paper bags. None of this plastic stuff.
Green, 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 baby.
Yep, and you could even roll your shit with the paper bag if you ain't got papers.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
Or none of your money back.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we'll be back.
A one-way street, baby.
Clifton Joseph.
Kenny Robinson.
Breaking down the news.
Break it down, break it down.
Token down the news. Broken token, now it's been broken. You don't get tuberculosis smoking that shit.